I already claimed all this.
I think it looks cute.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then I did hear that there's a new star path. Adventures in Neverland. How exciting is that? He's staring. I think he likes this color.
Is he staring into your soul?
No, he's staring into this thing's soul. Uproot night roots, night thorns. Find gems with your pickaxe. And tackle royal tasks. So we'll do these slowly as we go. Okay, if I remember correctly, there's a task that I can get from the Forgotten that involves going to the inside area. Because I know we're supposed to be unlocking Peter Pan at the stone thingamatour. Skull Rock. Whatever it is. I don't know anymore. But I don't see any quests.
Excuse me, but I could use a human.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a quest I'm supposed to do. Wait. Beforehand. That'll unlock him. And when I read it, it was something in here. Like this. Oh no. Don't think that was it. Wait. Oh, the orb. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly from when I was reading it, this is the last orb that I need. Like for the last pillar, like all the pillars.
Nice.
And let's go to the beach.
Alright, I'm all set up.
This pillar. You're all set up?
Yep.
Awesome. You're gonna want to lower that sound though.
I have desktop turned on. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna change the just capture. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Between a skull rock and a hard place, uncover the mystery of the pillar of unity on Skull Rock Island. So, if I recall from what they told me, when I was reading, these are where the pillars go, like all the pillars. So, gotta pop out a little bit, and we're gonna pick up all the pillars that are around the map. I have no idea what the order is, so I'm just gonna guess off the color. And hope this is correct. Are they supposed to be like specific designs?
I have to go in a specific order.
Oh yeah, look, all of these have a specific design.
Oh.
But like, how do I know what design is this one?
The green one in the back. Can I see that and everything? So,
Is it this one?
that's what I'm trying to compare. Yeah.
Right, Bobby. Good job.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Not the first time I've had to do this kind of puzzle.
Okay, this one. Does these two match? No?
Yep.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it this one?
No. Go around real quick so I can see them all.
I don't remember what this color is. This one looks wrong. Color-wise. I'm just going off fun colors. So I was right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I was wrong, my bad.
Honestly, I don't remember. Ooh.
I was wrong by one pillar.
Did better than me. I was lost most of the time. What intriguing discoveries shall we discuss today? Something weird just happened. I put all the pillars from around the valley near Skull Rock and it started to shake. Is something inside there? Oh dear, that is peculiar. I haven't the foggiest idea what it could mean. I must look into this right away. Score the library, review my previous research. Yes, I'll let you know if I uncover anything. Oh my god, is it gonna take a while? Or like... What now? I just finished the quest. This quest involves restoring the pillar. Inside players will encounter the Forgotten and work together to unlock the area. The Forgotten in there? The Forgotten's around my island.
Yeah, that's where that quest ends. It doesn't say what to do next.
There's one about being jealous and wishing I were still ruler, one about being afraid to get older, and one about unfairly exiled. One about... I don't know what's happening. I also really don't want to read it.
Talking to you is actually nice.
Get some poetry help from the villagers. Okay. A jealous wannabe ruler. Someone nervous about getting older. Somebody who was unfairly exiled. Man. I feel like the jealous ruler is Scar. The afraid to get older is Olaf? Who's the unfairly exiled though?
You there. I need you. Oh.
Well, I was right about Scar.
I'm so glad we met.
Where's Olaf? Okay.
Hi, it's me, Olaf. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Well, I guess that's it. Bye.
Hello?
Oh, hi. Ah. Oh, thanks.
That didn't work. Oh.
Do me a favor.
Another
Walter
gospel.
dear.
Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. If it is her, that actually kind of makes sense.
Did you know you're practically everyone's hero here?
Greetings. I am Buzz Lightyear. Roger that.
Hmm. I'll mark that. Thank you. Unfairly exiled? Was she really unfairly exiled? I don't feel like Ursula was unfairly exiled. Just saying.
Oh, Ursula?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not a chance in hell.
Excuse me. I said, excuse me.
Oh. Well, you're excused.
Whee! Gather materials to build the Forgotten Poetry Corner. Fabric, black passion lilies, great, and amethyst. There's a back. Will this let me name my move? Because, like, dude, I really want Peter Pan unlocked. And I was told I can do it once he's unlocked. Once her name has been given to her. What should we name her?
Who?
The Forgotten.
It's up to you.
Happy to see you.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna make that decision.
Like Skull Rock, I can't stop thinking about that place. I think there's something important maybe we used to visit for something. Whatever it is, I hope we find out together. Oh, and I'm getting poetry for our next adventure, I guess. Or we're getting an item for our next adventure? Does that mean I can unlock the Ligma Tour yet? If I go to Skull Rock, what would it do? Will it do anything? I have no idea how this works. I want to know, but I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, I just finished another quest and she brought up Skull Rock, but
It's still not open.
I still don't know when it'll be open. Even more, if you apply this to your pickaxe, you'll be able to mine more gems than ever. There's enough here for 21st uses. Okay. Yeah, he's currently crushing my fingers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got the name quest. Where's she at? Stretching is not easy with you on my lap. No, it is not. You make things difficult. Okay, I don't see her, so I'm assuming she's in her castle. So let's go to the castle. Yeah. We're gonna give the Forgotten a name. You wanna choose a name? You wanna pick out a name? I don't think we can name her. I don't think that counts. Ah! What? Yeah, do you want me to stop? Okay. Give me a hand. I need my hand, Bubba. Alrighty, so I did a bit of an oopsie doopsies when I was recording the rest of this video. I was listening to a true crime podcast and the audio was on for my mic, so it got picked up. So the next few clips are a little quiet. They are definitely muted because as much as I enjoy true crime, I don't think someone wants to hear about murder while watching a Disney game. Uh, but I was doing the quest for the Forgotten, and we have officially named her. I named her Sky because that's my middle name, and I thought it'd be funny since she's technically like an extension of me in this game. So we were able to do that. This took a long time. I think over the span of 3 days is how I ended up making this entire video. Because of how much work and time went into it. Because I had to wait for the Forgotten to have quests and then Merlin and everything like that. But we have officially unlocked Skull Rock, which is kind of cool. I kind of like it. I like that it's like a whole like roundabout all the way up. And then obviously we've unlocked Peter Pan at the end of this. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of how the process worked because I wasn't really talking. I was solely listening to like a podcast, which is why I'm doing a voiceover because I didn't think that through. I wanted to listen to the podcast. I was kind of tired. I didn't want to talk. So I was just trying to unlock the characters so I could be done with it. And I mean, it worked, but like, it's also a little frustrating because now it's all like new and I have to do it all over again, which is awesome. But that's okay. I did try to keep some of the talking parts in here, so I will try to read those, but more than likely I'll click through them faster than I can read them. So that'll suck. And I apologize in advance. It'll probably be like cut off talking. Honestly. I don't know. But this part here is when we first meet the shadow, I believe. No. Wait, sorry, I'm tired. We're unlocking the clues and understanding how to get to the shadow part because we meet the shadow before we meet Peter Pan in himself. Like, he has to do a whole quest with the shadow that leads up to Peter Pan, which, by the way, the back and forth jumping of this is very annoying. I hate the quests that require me to go in and out over and over again. And there's so many clips that are mashed together at this point for this same situation because we're just going back and forth over and over again. And there's even more and like back and forth in and out of Skull Rock. There's also so much back and forth within Skull Rock as well, which is whatever, it's fine, but it's still very, very annoying. And this is one of the quests. I did not want to show you guys the entire quest because I spent like 2 hours 2 hours making sure I got everything I needed for these quests. But we end up putting all the lights on top of the I'm gonna call them crank wheels. I don't really know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. Does it say? It doesn't say. But when you put the lights on to these little wheelie thingamatours and move them around, here, the next one. There, you can see see the shadow. I think it's cool that the shadow like moves with the light. You do have to trap the shadow. Motherfuck. Sorry. You do have to trap the shadow with the 3 lights in one location because there was 3 winches. Winches, that's what they're called. Winches that you put the lamps on, and the lamps are what helps you guide the shadow around, but it also is what traps the shadow in one location. So it says stuck in a place if we shine all 3 lamps in one location. That's what it just said. Which literally just to help it move, you just move one of them away and it gets free. And then you gotta move the lantern around so it can shift around as well. which it took me a second to realize that. I think I spun these things around like 5 or 6 times before I actually understood them. But yeah, this part I thought was really cool. This is around the time that I realized that my podcast was being listened to. But we have to answer. We're doing clues. We're answering clues. So this shadow is helping me. Maybe this is when I realized it, so I'm editing back into the sound of the game. Hello? Shadow, if the shadow is helping you, you're in for a treat. A treat? That sounds great. Why, that shadow... Oh my god. Odyssey, and for yourself. This we're talking about the shadow being connected to Peter Pan, but we have to answer riddles before we can continue on. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna try this. So, first riddle. I'm used to explore the waters and shores, a swaying home atop the sea foam. What am I? That one's the pirate ship, was what I answered. I'm a winged creature, small and bright, with magic dust to grant you flight. Don't be fooled. I've courage twice my size. Dare to doubt that just unwise. What am I? That's the pixie. I don't know why it says pixie, because there's no pixies, they're fairies in this. I'm an instrument of wind, and for him I always play. He laughs in grim something. It's the pan flute, which does actually come up in the later parts of this quest. I'm glad that I remembered what these could be, because I don't like the original Peter Pan. The one that is in this game, I don't like that Peter Pan. I do not like the original Peter Pan. I don't like the movie. Or I like the movie kind of. I don't like him in itself. He just seems so angry and cruel and rude to me. Like, I watched it as a kid and I kind of liked it, but I still had a little bit of issues with it. My favorite is the live action 2003 version. Probably because of the romance. But even as an adult, going back and watching this movie, I watched it not as an adult. I haven't watched it since I was like 18. So I was an adult. But I haven't watched it since I was like 18 because I watched it that one time again after being a child and watching it. Because I watched it once when I was a kid, I think. Once or twice when I was a kid. And then I watched it for this before a couple of years ago. And now I'm 23? I think I'm 23. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. By the way, that quest that just happened, you have to line up the pictures with the other pictures. So, like, the one that there was, like, Peter Pan, and then, like, there's Peter Pan, there's a hook, there's Shadow, there's a needle. I think Peter Pan and the needle was the one that connect together, because you have to sew the needle back, or sew the shadow onto Peter Pan. At least that's what I remember from the 2003 version. I haven't watched... It's been like 4 or 5 years now that I haven't watched the cartoon version, which is what this is based off of. But the reason I was talking about it and thought it was kind of funny, a lot of people don't like Peter Pan in this game. They think he looks really cruel and angry. But I don't know why people don't like him. I don't know if it's like people haven't watched it in years, or they have this like memory of it that I don't have of the movie from like when they were a kid or something. But I've always thought that Peter Pan was mean, like especially this version. But no one else seems to think that, but I thought he was. I thought he was like unnecessarily cruel to Wendy and angry at her for like no reason. And then the Jane situation, that was even better. I feel like as a character, it does show that he doesn't want to grow up. He's a child. He doesn't think things through. So that's fine. It makes sense. But I also am like, I don't know why people don't see him as the same way I see him.
This isn't just for small
Because
talk, is
I
it?
do genuinely see him not as a very nice person. He seems like a jackass to me. But that just might be my take. But I feel like his artwork does fit for his character. That was what my whole thing was, by the way. This my ranting of this. His artwork for this game, I feel like does fit his character, and I feel like the people that disagree with that are people that either haven't watched it in a very long time or have watched it but they're holding on to the memory of the joy of the movie from when they were children. Because I watched it almost having zero memory from when I was a child and watching it, and then watching again as an adult without that memory. I don't know, I didn't like Peter Pan. I do not like this version of Peter Pan at all. We have to, as you can see, there's a lot of different like clues and trials and errors that you have to go through. This one obviously is the music notes, and then we get Peter Pan from completing that. But I think you do have to like mess it up first. It's messed up by the shadow. The shadow's playing tricks on you, and then you do it again, and you get Peter Pan. And he talks to you. He doesn't really remember you very well because obviously you are a lot older than what he last saw you. And if you remember anything from the Peter Pan movie or Peter Pan and the idea of him in himself, he does not like growing up, obviously. And he doesn't like people that choose to grow up, which was one of his issues with Wendy. Again, from my memory, haven't watched this in years. Probably won't anytime soon unless my child says he wants to watch it in a few years down the line. But it ends up being another like quest, cause sorry, cause he doesn't trust us because we're grown up now, which really just shows about how childish his character is, in my opinion. But we get to play a hide and seek game where we have to find him, and as you can see below the Forgotten, I'm gonna keep calling her Forgotten, I'm not gonna remember her name. That's fairy dust on the ground. You have to follow that. He makes like a trail for you to follow. It's not a very long trail though, so it's a little harder to fully follow. But you can also talk to other villagers, and they'll help you walk your way around, which you'll see a little like thing above their heads for a quest to talk to them, to help you out. But he is in the Forgotten Castle. Luckily, I was given a little hint to where he was, and then I found dust right before it, and I'm like, well, he wouldn't have gone into the Dreamlight Castle because it's not shadowy, which is where he hints that he's going to be, is in a shadowy place. This place is. So that's how I figured that out, and then we obviously unlocked his house that we could place in it, which is the what is it called? The hop? I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. His property. What is it called? Oh, that's gonna bother me because it's like, I remember them mentioning it, and it's not like a hovel. That's where my brain goes, but that's not it. But I put him in the Glade of Trust because I felt like that just kind of fit with his character's ideas and stories. I thought about the forest, but I have a lot of things in the forest already, so we went with that. But if you enjoyed this video, sorry about my rant about Peter Pan. Let me know if you feel the same way. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to put some sugar on that like button, comment down below anything you would like to see, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!